Hello, this is Molly Reamer with 30 Days of Goddess in Bridget's Grove with this week's mini ritual using Womanrunes and the 30 Days of Goddess Daily Practice deck, as well as our Story Goddess Oracle and a little assist from the Sacred Medicine Oracle by Asha Frost and Steph Littlebird. So from Womanrunes, we received the Serpent, the rune of awakening. And sometimes this rune can feel challenging for people because of the mention of cataclysm and shattering, so it feels potentially scary or even a little ominous. I always look at it as what is awakening within you, what is rising, what is cracking out, what is breaking free, what is being liberated. So that's how I see the serpent, is it something's lifting its glittering eyes from within you and it is getting ready to rise. So that is how I look at the serpent, and I've always really viewed it as a very positive and encouraging rune, a rune of liberation, a rune of change, a rune of awakening, sometimes a rune of letting go, of shedding your skin, of making needed changes. And then our word, desire. Desire is one of those words too that people can have a challenge with, because sometimes they only associate desire with like sexual desire, or almost like also like only greediness, or like getting things from other people. And I think really desire is that pulse of longing within us that guides our way. And so I encourage people to listen to desire when you feel that pang, that call of longing, that desire raising its head and looking at you with glittering eyes. Like, where does that lead you? Where does that call you onward? So may you listen to your desire. May you trust that it has something to teach you. May you dance with desire. May you dialogue with divinity. And even if you don't always follow desire, may you still trust that it has something to teach you when it lifts its head. A practice: kneel down and rest your palms on the earth. This is powerfully grounding, and it can help you tune in and listen to your own wisdom, to desire, to your own heart, and see what you hear. We'll get to the prayer in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do my assist from the Sacred Medicine Oracle. We got Dark Spirit Moon. And this card is an interesting one with the focus on the healthy, restorative, nourishing darkness. And so the author says, all life was created from the dark, sink into the void and allow the medicine in this experience to reveal itself to you. And this is the part I really liked. Resist the urge to leap out of this phase and simply be in it. Remember that it is in times of discomfort and chaos that we grow deeply. Maybe times of shattering and change. You may feel like you are falling, failing, or not able to find your way, but sometimes this is exactly what is needed. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be and allow the truth of this time to give you clarity. Have compassion for yourself during the darkness. Darkness is neither good nor bad and often brings the deepest gifts. Hold the lessons that rise from this time with tenderness. This is a reminder you are worthy of taking up space and time. And as we expand our capacity to feel into the full spectrum of life, from the darkest night to the brightest day, we see that we are already whole, which is something that I remind people of, and myself often. I said during our live Claiming Our Magic retreat recently that I share many of the things I share are reminders to me as well as to you. They are not things that I say because I believe and trust them all the time and that I always have it all figured out and that my life is always serene and comfortable. It is not. And we can let sometimes spirituality and spiritual practices become kind of a type of perfectionism in disguise. So I always, like, what I say and share and teach and remind, these are things that I am remembering and forgetting and remembering and forgetting and remembering and forgetting, just like you are. And so then our Story Goddess Oracle card, we got Hecate, who goes really well with this dark spirit moon, I believe, and listening to those crossroads of change in our lives. And her poem is this: listen, I am the gatekeeper. You ask for directions, and I offer the keys for you to take your own path. So if you are pulled between choices and changes, if you are feeling at a crossroads, if you're tempted to set up camp in the middle and not choose a way forward, Hecate reminds us that we hold our own keys to take our own path, and we do have to choose. So at the crossroads, we do have to choose. And I think sometimes it's helpful for me to remember that if you choose and it's wrong, which is something that we worry about, you can always turn back around. Like, you can always return. You can always return and choose again. And so I think sometimes the fear of making the wrong choice will keep us from choosing as well, or choosing at all. But setting up camp in the crossroads is not a long-term sustainable path. We've got to choose a way forward. So Hecate reminds us of that. And then to close, a prayer. May I breathe deep and connect with the pulse of longing within, to that pulse of desire. May I connect to the spirit of play, to the magic of place, to the center of presence. May I drop my shoulders, open my heart, soften my grip and my gaze, and connect with life as it is, right here, right now, in all its courage and complexity, in all of its choices and changes. May we connect right here, right now. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.